Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and this is what we're going to make today. I'm excited about this one because this is easy. Once you get your paper cut, it comes together really quick and easy, but this is so cute. It's great for craft fairs, all kinds of things. Good for gifts. I absolutely love it. Okay, this opens up. It's closed with a magnet. Opens up this way. Then you have these two that open up, and you've got cards and card bases in there. So this is a little stationery box. You could use it for notes and notepads, whatever you wanted to put in there. But these close with a magnet as well. Close it back over, and there you go. And you've got your little handle. So cute. So I'm going to show you how to make this. Over on my blog, I will have all of the dimensions, all of the measurements, as many photos as I can put over there of how to cut and how to put it together. So it's very quick and easy project once you get your paper cut. So let's get started on putting this together. Now you're going to start out with cardstock that is cut at 10.5 by 7.5. Now you're going to need probably 5 pieces of this, or at least 4, and then another piece for the flap. On 4 of them, you're going to score the same score. So on the long side, you're going to score at 1, at 5 3/4, and at 6 3/4. And then you're going to turn it to the short side, and you're going to score at 1/2, and at 1 1/2. So that's your scoring on 4 of these pieces. And go ahead and fold and burnish your score lines. Now you're going to do some cutting, and I'm going to use my white pen to show you the places that we're going to cut away. We're going to cut there. We're going to cut all of that away. We're going to cut this, oops, this. This white gel pen doesn't want to write on this textured cardstock. And then you're going to cut in on these. And you're going to cut in on that. Maybe not quite that much. And then you're just going to angle these just a little bit, like that. So that's the parts that you're going to cut away. You're also going to cut this right here away. So cut this one off, this, and these, and then just you're going to cut in on these and just angle them a little bit. These are going to be your tabs, and then you're going to cut this off. So let's go ahead and start cutting. And then we're just going to cut in on this one, and then just angle it a little bit. And I angled it the wrong way on my writing, but you get the gist. So that's what it's going to look like when you get all the pieces cut away. Now you're going to go ahead on this part right here, and this is the part away from your tabs. You're going to go ahead and round these corners. Then you're going to take 2 of these. So say I have 2 of them. And you're going to layer one right on top of the other. Now, I know I'll have people who will ask, why don't you just use the whole piece of paper and then score and make this just one sheet without having to glue 2 pieces together? This is just going to make it stronger. You can do this with one sheet if you want to, but it's not going to be quite as strong unless you put chipboard or something on the inside. But this, doubling this up, is going to make this a lot stronger. So that's what we're going to do. But you can change this up to suit you. This takes a little bit more paper, but it will make it stronger and it'll make it last. These are really good to sell at craft fairs, and they sell really good. You can make quite a bit of money off of these because they're not hard to make, but yet they look really, really nice. So see, that's what we have. We have that all put together there. So we have that now. And then we're going to fold these tabs in and glue them right here. So just fold these tabs in, put some glue on them. You can use double-sided tape on here if you want. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. And then just match up your corners just like you do making boxes or anything. Just make sure that your corners come together and press it down really, really well. Okay, and then these little tabs right here, they fold over, and then this is going to glue on top of that, like that. So you're just going to put glue right down through here on both of these. Just like that. Again, matching up the edges. And if you can get your bone folder in there, put your bone folder in and press that down. Now on this one, this is one of the first ones that I did, and I cut my tab the wrong way. Your tabs should both sit like this. So this one I cut the wrong way, so I'm just going to cut that tab off. I didn't want to waste this piece of paper, so I just saved it, but I'm going to cut that tab off. I don't think I'm going to need it anyway. And then I'm just going to trim this one down just a little bit. There we go. So both your tabs should sit in here and here, and that just helps that lid when you put the lid over like that. Okay. All right, now we're going to cover this with some cardstock, and I think I've already got it cut. Yep. So your mats are cut at 5 3/4 by 3 1/2, and they should go here, here, and then on the outside. And then I'm going to round the corners at the top. Now, before I forget, I'm going to go in and put a magnet on the inside of this. You could put it out here under the paper, but I'm going to put mine on the inside, right down close to the bottom. Then I'm going to clip another one on there and pull the backing off. And then make sure that this is folded over even. Press that top down and grab that magnet. And then make sure that it's pressed down really well. Then we'll have our magnet under there. So that's going to be the closure. So let's see which way my flowers. I think I'll go that way. So we're going to glue that right there. And you can alternate these if you want and put one color down here and another color up here. You don't have to do it the same. This is the, what paper line is this? This is the Botanical Garden paper line, and I think we still have some of this. I will link it below if we do. So then we're going to need another piece right here. So let's decide. Now, I think I'm going to go with the floral on both sides. So we're going to round the corners. Let's see, I need to round the bottom corners. I almost rounded the wrong corners, you should be telling me. So put that right there. We cut these just so that you'll have a little bit of that black showing around. Like that. Isn't that cute? And then for the top, you have a piece that is cut at 3/4 by 5 3/4. And put that up here at the top. Don't cover your back right now. I'll show you in a little bit why we're not going to go ahead and cover the back. So there is your little pocket made. This can hold your cards or your envelopes. And then I've already got the other one made. So it's going to hold your cards and envelope. One of them will hold your cards, the other one the envelopes. And these are going to go together just like this. And then when the purse opens up, it's going to be like this, and then you'll be able to open your envelopes, your cards, whatever, like that. So let's lay that aside for a minute. Let's go ahead and put our handle together. Now this is cut at 1 1/4 by 8 1/2. And this one is cut at 1 by 8 1/2, and we're just going to layer them like that. And I'm going to use quite a bit of glue. And just center it up and put it like that. A little bit excess hanging over here, so I'm going to trim that off. Then we're just going to lay this piece aside and let it dry. Now you're going to need a piece that is cut at 2 inches by 6, and we're going to score right down the center. Go ahead and fold and burnish. Now what this piece is going to do, you're going to put your 2 boxes together with the lids facing each other, just like that. Okay? So put them together like this, bring them up on the bottom side. This is the bottom, that would be your top. On the bottom side, what we're going to do is take this and we're going to glue this right across there, making sure that that score line matches up with where these come together. And you're going to glue those together. So we're going to put glue on one side first. And I'm just going to lay one of them down and put this up here. It should match perfectly, but just make sure that that score line is showing, that you can see it right at the edge right there. That's what you want. Press that down well. Okay, and then you're going to put your other one, put it back up there, and it's going to glue right there to that. So just go ahead and put your glue on this side. And then put it right up against that one, matching the ends up best you can, and then press that down. Just like that. And then they will open up, but they're attached now, as you see. All right. Now you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 5 3/4 by 6. And on the 5 3/4 inch side, you're going to score at 3 3/4 and at 4 3/4. Now I've already scored mine, but I'm just showing you. So score at 3 3/4 and 4 3/4. And then go ahead and round the ends just like we did on the when we was putting the boxes together. Fold and burnish your score lines. Now for your flap, you're going to need a mat that is cut at 5 3/4 by 3 1/2, and that's going to go right there. You rounded these corners, so we're going to round these corners on here. And that's going to go down just like that. And then for this piece right here, you're going to need another one that is 5 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. And I think we're just going to flip that over and put that down. Just like that. Now on the inside, we're going to put our magnet down because this is going to need to close over. So let's get the backing off of that. Put that down about right there, looks good. Now we're going to cover this side, and I'm just going to use that right there. I'm just going to round these corners again. This is the same size as the front, 5 3/4 by 3 1/2. All right, so let's put that down and cover up that magnet. Then we can go ahead and clip that magnet down to it. We have our adhesive right there. I'm going to lay that aside for a second, and then I'm going to go ahead and cover my boxes. We're going to cover this front. This is 5 3/4 by 4 1/2. This paper is really, really pretty, and it's real thick. It's not a thin paper at all. Very thick. So we're going to put that down right there. And we're going to hold this up together like that. There's your bottom down there. Hold this up, and then this is going to glue right across there, making sure that it glues with this little score line again in the center of your boxes. So let's go ahead and put our adhesive right here first, or you can put it down here, I guess. Now, you didn't have to cover that one right there. I covered it, and I probably shouldn't have, but we're just going to leave it. It's not going to matter one way or the other. It's just another piece of paper that we put on there, but you don't have to cover that one. So let's go ahead and press that down. Again, making sure that that little flap is right there. Now we'll press our magnet into place. Now, I didn't put my magnet under this paper. As you know, I always forget. That's just, I don't know, that's my mind. But I'm just going to take my little circle punch. Going to punch out a little circle. Alright, so there we go. We've got that closed. Got the magnet covered up. And it'll open up like this. We're going to go ahead and put a piece right here too. And then these will open up like that. And then there's your cards and your envelopes, that kind of thing. So let's put a piece right here. I think I have another one cut somewhere. I'm just going to put this one down, kind of break that up a little bit. All of this paper comes from the same paper collection, so I know it matches. All right, we've got that covered, so we'll just close that back over. Now we need to cover the back side. So this is another piece that is cut at 4.5 by 5 3/4. I'll put this down. So there we have that. Now you can go ahead and put a piece of paper on the bottom if you want, but you'd have to make sure you scored it in the middle. I'm not going to put one there. All right, we're going to cover the sides, and these pieces are cut at 3/4 by 4.5. Okay, so we got those covered, and now we need to put our handle on. Now for the handle, you're going to score at both ends at 1 inch. So I'm going to score 1 inch right there. And then I'm going to score it 7.5 right there. And then we're just going to kind of fold those up. And then just take your finger and make that a little bit of a curve there. We're going to put some score tape on here, and then you're just going to come to the very edge of that, putting it in the middle, and press that down, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other end, just like that. So there's your little handle, and then everything still opens up just right. Isn't that cute? Now we're going to put a couple of pieces of bling up here at the top to kind of bring all of this together. We're going to put one right there, and then one over here. Okay, and then I have this little, it's like a little flower. It's in black and pink. If I can get this up off of here without tearing it up. And we're going to put that right there. Okay, now we have this from the sticker collection, and it just says, if I can get it where you can read it. My lights are so bright it's hard. Our life, our story. And I put it up on Pop Dots even though it was sticky. And we're just going to put that right there like that. And then that little rolled rose that I made on for the video the other day, we're going to put that right there. I'm going to punch a couple of leaves out of one piece of the paper collection. There we go. Now I want the edges of these leaves to be a little bit darker, so what I'm going to do is take a dark green marker. And you could use any of your markers. This is just a Copic. And I'm just going to go on the edges to make that a little bit darker. So we're going to hot glue this down because it'll just hold quicker. We're going to hot glue this down just because it'll hold quicker and better by hot gluing it. And then I'm going to put a couple of leaves on here, Just going to put a little bit of glue underneath, and I like to kind of tilt my leaves up. That gives them a little bit of dimension. Keeps everything from looking so flat on your page. Or on your project, I should say. See what a difference coloring those leaves make them pop up off of this top part here. And then we're going to use a little bit of stickles on the top of this flower to make it look like that it has a little bit of dew on top of it. All right, I think that is it for our little handbag, and you just open it up. Here's where you put your envelopes and your cardstock. This will hold A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this will hold those. Let me get some and put them in. So there's your envelopes in there. You could put envelopes or your bases in that side, and it will hold tons. This is 50, and I just spread it out between the two of them, so it's going to hold tons of them. And then clip that back down, close that up, and you've got your little handbag. And like I said, these you can sell at craft fairs. They go really, really well, especially when people find out what's inside them. All right, guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. And if you're watching without being subscribed to our channel, we would appreciate it if you'd hit that red subscribe button. YouTube tells us that we've got quite a few people that watch that are not actually subscribed, so we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel. When we reach 100,000 subscribers, which we know we're a little ways off, but we're planning ahead. When we reach 100,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a Cricut Maker bundle. So that means the Cricut Maker and all of the goodies that go with it. We're going to be giving away to one of our lucky subscribers, but you do have to be a subscriber to win. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed. We'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.